What is the first step?
Absolutely, the breathing exercises. These breathing exercises in 2014 were capable to show, just like scientifically, hormonally, looking at the nervous system, the depth which we entered with these breathing exercises in this comparative study showed that we were able to tap into the autonomic nervous system and innate immune system, which was considered to be impossible in science. And now it is there. It's not only the autonomic nervous system and the innate immune system, it's also the ability naturally to solve what is deeply stored up in our tissue, which could not be processed in the moment when it happened. Trauma.
Wim, I've got some of those studies in front of me. I read through all of them ahead of our conversation, and they are, quite frankly, remarkable. They're quite frankly remarkable. They are peer-reviewed studies that have been published, went through very sort of scientifically rigorous processes to make sure that they were valid. And in these studies, we see breakthroughs that I think in the past people thought were impossible. But if we just focus in then on that breathing, because you described that as the first step. If I have never breathed in my life, I've never done it, I've never heard about it, I'm skeptical to it, I think breathing is just something we don't think about. What do you mean by breathing, and what kind of breathing? And can you explain to me, like I'm an idiot, what it's doing?
What it is doing. For example, I'm now busy with cardiologists, and they saw in heart films that if you stop breathing after exhalation for 1.5 minutes, 5 times more blood flows into the brain and to the heart. This has never been shown. And now it has been shown through these breathing techniques. I mean, this really goes so deep. We are able to make through these breathing techniques, change our blood chemistry, bring up the pH levels way up, by which the breathing trigger is not happening because it's depending on the CO2 level in our blood. If we breathe like 30 times like this, you become a little bit woozy, a little bit dizzy. Why? Because the CO2 levels go way down. You blow it off, carbon dioxide.
Have we forgotten how to breathe like that? Is that
oh, yes.
Is that the natural way of breathing?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
What is exactly is that we have forgotten to feel deep emotions, to be in connection with danger. Danger is a deep emotion. Or the cold. It's deep. We avoid these emotions, but we are built to receive it, to express it, and with that comes alive the deeper mechanisms in our body. And if that long term is not exercised, those deeper mechanisms, and among that is not only the emotion, it's also the immune system. It becomes weaker. We become more flaccid. We become insensitive. Look at the insensitivity in our society. Gaza is happening. Protest here. So we should stop that shit. We should stop those wars because little kids are here jeopardized, and we cannot even feel it anymore. You know, that this insensitivity in us is a plague. Is a plague because we serve a system that runs well on people being obedient and being flaccid, not really sensitive. Because if you are really sensitive, you don't go to a slave job every day and come back stressed, and the other day you do it again and again and again and again. what we should do within ourselves is learning how to connect into the depth. And this is what I give through the cold. We bring these deeper emotions alive, and then you will not abide to that what makes you weak, to that what kills your purpose. We got to stand up as humanity, and more now than ever. And here we are. And Wim, how do you do that? Very simple. Do these breathing techniques. Do it on your bed, on a sofa, or very controlled, because you will go past your conditioned mind and body. The shallow breathing we say that is breathing. That's not breathing. That is automatic reflex of your body doing something. There it is. Now you take over consciously. You start to breathe deeper. You go past these patterns depicted by a conditioned body. And that conditioning is only serving the system, but not necessarily you. I want you to take over the steer wheel. I want you to be conscious and then go with that conscious into deeper breathing, break the patterns of your conditioning, and suddenly your deeper traumas, your deeper feelings are able to come to the surface, being stored up, being stashed away forever. And that is what is happening in the first session we do. I can promise any person who is doing it will encounter such a tremendous experience of himself from the depth coming to the surface. And that's only the depth coming to the surface. That's all. And it's beautiful.
What are the other things that are like staples of your daily routine?
Eat once a day.
You eat once a day?
Yeah.
Okay, so you wake. So can you run me through a perfect Wim Hof day?
Yeah, that in the morning I wake up next to my wife and my child. My youngest is 6, and actually there's a new one coming. I'm 65, but hey, man, I'm alive. I'm sorry. And I found a younger woman 8.5 years ago. We are very happy together. And she says, don't talk about that. And I'm sorry, but I'm very happy. My oldest son is 42, and my youngest is going to be 0 very soon. So that's life. I wake up and I look at my beloveds next to me, still sleeping, and wow, they're like angels.
What time do you wake up?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 5:30, 4:30, around there.
Why so early?
That is me now. Sometimes I just sleep until 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm not really bound.
Okay.
But time is serving me. I'm not serving time. In the morning, I do my exercising, rituals. And I like my coffee in the morning. I start, no sugar, just coffee, a little bit milk, and nice.
What are those exercising routines?
You saw me doing the splits. I want to do a world record, by the way, in 3rd of August in Germany, with 4,000 people doing this.
And do you use weights or anything?
Yeah, also.
Yeah, you use weights. Okay.
Before, not.
Okay.
I did push-ups. It's like weights.
Yeah.
It's your own weight. So you can do that or weights. And I got a bar where normally you got to put the weight on. Mm-hmm. You do this.
Yeah.
It's about 10K.
Yeah.
I make it circle, like a stick. Mm-hmm. If you do that 500 times, it's
hard.
You really go deep. You go to your pain. If I do exercises, I do it to the threshold of pain, and then I overcome the pain. And then it's okay. That is body awareness. That body awareness, I want to know, feel that I live. Not know, feel. that I'm alive.
When's that first meal of the day?
Later in the day.
So no breakfast?
No breakfast.
Why?
No lunch.
Why no lunch?
Because I feel stuffed up. I feel too much. This is also part of conditioning. I could also enjoy a very nice breakfast. A very nice breakfast is very nice, with the sea and sitting there and relax and wow, with some eggs, some this, some that, nice coffee. Hello, how are you? The newspaper or look at the phone. It's enjoying life. I could do that, but I really enjoy the feeling that I'm fasting inside. A little that I'm going against, like the cold. If you go to the cold, then the cold doesn't come to you. When the appetite comes, I just delay.
So you fast you're doing sort of intermittent fasting there, as they call it. You're going.
Yeah, but I did this since I was a young kid.
Again, intuition.
Yeah, intuition.
It's just how you felt.
Yes.
Because the external narrative is you've got to have 3 meals a day, maybe 4 meals a day. You've got to have breakfast, lunch, dinner.
No. Yeah, that is just made up. It's made up. You should feel like any animal in the world is not eating when it doesn't need to eat. Because it doesn't think. It only eats when it feels. And when it feels that it needs to eat, his eyes become bigger, becoming more alert. Adrenaline starts to run. They become sharper. Then all the systems are at work. That is the way it automatically exercises its all of body.
That's how I live my life. And I've always thought I was a bit strange, but we're now at 1 p.m. I haven't eaten anything today. Sometimes I get a little bit later into the day. I mean, this week, it's been 5, 6 p.m. I think yesterday was 7 p.m., my first meal. And I'm okay. I don't know what but
Yeah, you enjoy life. You enjoy the energies.
I focus better. I have better conversations.
Yeah, all that. If you fast a little bit longer, and then you become sharper. And it's a nice feeling.
If you love the Diary of a CEO brand and you watch this channel, please do me a huge favor. Become part of the 15% of the viewers on this channel that have hit the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously, and the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the guests.